It was the CEO of Krafton getting his cheeks clapped by a judge. What a
Fuck
biblical
yeah.
smackdown. He got good-douched. He looks like a full-blown fool here, an absolute...
I've been keeping up with this whole Subnautica 2 situation since everything started going belly up like a year ago. Or
clown.
2 years
Before
ago.
diving into the spaghetti and the meatballs of this wacky meal that's been served up here, I'll at least give you the lore for those that don't know. Krafton is the publisher behind Subnautica. I'm confident most of you have heard of that game. It is a massive title.
Yeah, Subnautica 1, fucking amazing. Subnautica Below Zero.
And the sequel, Subnautica 2, is a highly anticipated release. And last year, there was some serious turmoil, some big-time controversy. Krafton dramatically fired Unknown Worlds CEO Ted Gill. Unknown Worlds is the developer of Subnautica, as well as other senior team members. And Krafton also said that the game's launch had been delayed, something it blamed on Gill.
Yeah, all of this was basically showing us that this game completely fell apart. I still think that it completely fell apart. I have no hopes at all that this game is going to be good.
Even though its team had been working towards an early access release that would have seen them eligible for a $250 million bonus. This was part of their deal. There were certain milestones that they would need to hit, and they were working towards achieving those goals to secure the $250 million bonus. Gill and his former teammates immediately launched a lawsuit after all of that, suggesting that they were outed to avoid that bonus from being paid to them. And Krafton hit back and said the staff had resorted to litigation to demand a multi-million-dollar payout they haven't earned, and then accused the staff it fired of having stolen documents in anticipation of the subsequent...
You think with all of this shit going on, and much, much more, this wasn't everything. There was also just emotions running amok in this company. You think that they did a good job making this game?
Legal action, muddying the waters over their exit. I covered this last year as the lawsuit was popping off, and I said then, and I still think it's true now, Krafton's argument is fucking nonsensical. You would have to be hitting whippets for this to...
I think everything sucks. I think on both sides. I don't think there's anybody that's good in this situation.
...be passing the smell test, because this is ridiculous. The claim is basically that the people who stood to potentially gain $250 million all collectively just decided to stop working on their game. They just said, fiddlesticks, actually. Bunch of horseradish. I'm just going to go ahead and not do this job anymore that could net me 250 million clams. In what universe would that happen? Krafton's basically saying, like, oh yeah, they stopped caring about the game. They stopped putting any effort in the game and working on it. They just, all of them just said $250 million can go right up my ass. Right up my ass. So we had to let them go. We had to fire them. They weren't working. That is mind-boggling to me. That's very peculiar. So you're telling me...
Yeah, you know they just wanted to keep that money. They just didn't want to pay it to them.
The people that have developed Subnautica, working hard on Subnautica 2, when incentivized to the tune of $250 million, all said, oh, that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. Don't want to work anymore now. No. I'm going to sit here with my arms crossed and I'm done with this now. I don't want the 250... Like, come on, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I believe their side of things here, where it seems like Krafton was trying to wiggle their way out of this massive bonus that had been written up now, that they would have to be held to, because this is now a very crucial part of the deal. And it seems like they started sweating, panicking, because that is a lot of doubloons coming out of the old piggy bank there. So it does feel like they desperately tried to find a way to weasel their way out of having to pay that $250 million, thus opening themselves up to this lawsuit. And now, fast forward to today, and we're seeing, not looking super great